video, I'm going to show you exactly how to retarget everybody who have interacted with your page in the last 1 year. My name is Paul Chinedu and I help business owners to make more sales using lead generation and Facebook and Instagram ad. So I'm going to show you exactly how do you retarget, because when you're running Facebook advert, a lot of people are of course engaging with your page, liking your post, following your page, checking out your page, and saving even your advert, but you don't know how you can retarget these people so that they can easily see your advert over and over again. So I'm going to show you how to do that in this video. The first thing you need to do is to come to your ad manager. Your ad manager is www.facebook.com/ads manager. You write everything together and it's going to bring you right here. So the very first thing we'll do here is to click on these all tools, or if you see the audience here, you can click the audience here. But if you don't see any audience here, you can click on all tools and then you'll find audience somewhere around here. So let's click on audience. We're going to create a custom audience of everybody who have interacted with our Facebook page in the last 1 year, and we'll be able to retarget them with our ad. I'm going to show you some of the best practices, so make sure that you watch this video till the end. The first thing we need to do now is to click on create audience, custom audience. Then we're going to go for Facebook page. That is the purpose of this video, Facebook page. Then we'll click on next. Now it's going to show us include people who meet any or all. Me, I want to use any, because if you use all, you are going to limit the kind of audience that will be in that audience. So any is fine for me and any should be fine for you too. So I'm just going to leave it at any of the following criteria. The Facebook page, of course, I'm going to now select a particular Facebook page that I want to retarget people on. Listen, if you have a lot of Facebook pages, you need to make sure that you don't make mistake here. Make sure you select the right Facebook page, because if you don't, then the advert you're creating is not going to be working. Okay, so we're going to go and select a particular page. Let's say, for instance, let me look for a page. Okay, yeah, this particular page, fitness masterclass, and then I'm going to create event. Listen, there are several options here, so let me just explain. Okay, the first one, people who currently like or follow my page. What that means is that if somebody have not liked or followed your page right now, the person is not going to see your advert. What that means is, number one, anybody that have liked your page before and they now leave, they are not going to see your advert. Anybody that just checked out your page and did not like, they are not going to see your advert. Anybody that liked your post and followed your post, but they have not liked your page, they are not going to see your advert. The second one, people who engage with your page. Listen, this one is the one that comprises everybody. Let's read what it says. Include people who have visited your page or taken any action on a post or ad. Are you seeing how it is comprising everything? Such as reaction, shares, comments, link clicks. Are you seeing it now? So this is the second one, and that is the one that comprises everybody. Okay, next one here is people who visited your page. Include people who visited your page regardless of the action they took. So if somebody clicked and visit your page, even if they did not like, even if they did not subscribe, they are going to see the advert. That's the third one. The fourth one is include people who engage with any post or ad, meaning only people who have engaged with a post or ad. So it's not taking into action people who like your page or follow your page. Listen, there are several options here, but the second one is the one that will give you better result, because it's the one that is going to comprise everybody, both somebody that have come to your page, saved your post, liked your post, commented on your post, or your ad, followed your page. This is the one that is going to comprise all of them. So I'm going to choose it. Then, of course, the audience retention, the maximum audience retention is 365, which means in the last 1 year. I can do 180, which means in the last 6 months. All right. So I'm not going to include more people or exclude more people. I don't want to do all of this in here. So audience name is going to be, I'm just going to name it something that I can remember. Fitness Masterclass 365 days. All right. Description is where you can now say, oh, this is a particular audience of people who have liked my page. No, I don't want to go through all that stress, because I know that once I see this, I know that it's Fitness Masterclass page engagers. So I can actually mention page engager here so that I can remember that. Okay, page engagers. So I'm just going to click on create audience. the audience is going to be immediately created. I don't want to show you how to create lookalike and all of that. So this is just the audience that I've created. Fitness masterclass page engagers, and the audience is going to say below 1,000. Why? Because it's still populating. Don't listen to it. It is more than even up to 30,000, because I've been using the pay to run adverts for a long time. But of course, because it is populating, it's not going to give you the right audience. So you can see where you say populating. Now, how do you use it to create an advert? By the way, once you created the audience, do not run advert immediately. Allow it to show something like ready. All right. I know what I'm saying. You can give it like 4 5 hours and come back to it. So if you want to create an advert tomorrow morning, you can create this audience today. So by tomorrow morning, the audience have finished populating and it is now ready. Okay. But now I'm going to just create this advert and show you, because this is just an example Facebook advert. So what we need to do is we need to go back to Ad Manager. So we need to go back to Ad Manager, click on Ad Manager, and after it loads, we'll be able to start creating our ad. Okay, creating a lookalike, creating a retargeting advert is not the same thing with creating another type of advert. So you want to pay attention to this video. So we're going to create this advert right away. I'm going to click create, and for the purpose of this ad, I am going to choose lead objective. So I'm going to choose lead objective. I'm going to click continue, and I am going to name it retargeting ad or just page engagers. I like to just give these things names so that when I come next time, I don't stress or spend all my time wondering, oh, which audience is this one? I forgot to know. No, no, no. You don't do that, so that you don't waste your time on something that will not give you returns. All right, page engagers, retargeting ad. Okay, that way it is so easy for me to know. Then for the budget, I always use ad set budget. Ad set budget, that's one. I don't use campaign budget. Okay, once I do that, I'm going to click on next, and I'm going to name it page engagers retargeting. Okay. All right. So conversion location, where do you want people to go? Do you want them to go to your website? Do you want them to go on instant form? Do you want them to go on Instagram? Well, for the purpose of this advert, I simply want them to go on instant form. Okay, I want them to go on instant form, and I'm going to choose the right page here. Okay. The next thing here is maximize number of conversion lead or maximize number of lead. I always go with the first one, maximize number of lead. Okay. So let's proceed to the budgeting, daily budget or lifetime budget. I use daily budget every single time. And my budgeting, because this is a retargeting ad, I am actually okay with 1,500 per advert. Why? Because the audience is not all those millions. It's just only the people who have interacted with your page. So you don't want to spend so much money. If you put in so much money, you know what will happen? Facebook is going to keep showing your advert to them over and over and over again, quickly, 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 because the audience is very small. And before you know it, they are just going to get bored of the advert. So I feel like this amount is okay for this specific advert. Okay. So that's what I do. Now, the next thing here is schedule date. It is October 7. I'm going to start this advert at 4 a.m. tomorrow, which is October 8th. All right. And also make sure that this is AM. If you choose PM, it's going to start in the evening, which is not the purpose of what we want. So location. Okay. Location, we're going to choose Nigeria, of course, but if you can always choose your own country. So, but I'm in Nigeria, so I'm going to choose Nigeria. The next thing here is to okay, so the next thing here is quickly we are going to choose our custom conversion. So I will try to advise you to be careful here, because when you come here, there are several options that Facebook, I don't know, they intentionally hide it or something. So you have to unhide it for you to see it. For instance, if I hide this suggestion, you are not going to see this There are some things you're not going to see here until I click on show suggestion. Okay. But if you want to now put in those audience you created, you are going to find something called include this custom audience. So this is where we're going to include the custom audience that we created. So just click on outside this outside space and this thing will pop up, and then you go to custom audience and you remember the page that we created, fitness masterclass page engager. So we're just going to choose it. What that means is that this advert is going to run only to page engagers for that page. Okay, this is very important. You need to understand it. Once you do that, we are going to immediately choose. I don't like to choose any other thing here. No date, no gender, no targeting, no placement. Why? Because this is custom advert. This is retargeting ad. Facebook already know who those page engagers are. There is no need to tell them, oh, I want my advert to reach people 18. I want my advert to reach only women. I'm not doing that because this is not a new advert. This is already specific audience that have interacted with my page, and Facebook has the record of them. And I have chosen that this is the audience I need. So Facebook is going to reach them with my ad. There's no need to go through all this stress of choosing age, choosing gender, choosing location, and all of that. Of course, you can choose location, which is Nigeria, but age, gender, and targeting is a no-no. I do not even touch that. Placement, because this is a retargeting ad, I always advise you use everywhere for placement. So platform like Facebook, Instagram, any platform that allow you to run retargeting adverts on it, put it there. You know why? Again, Facebook already know who these people are. They're just going to be following them up everywhere. This is the kind of advert you create. When you open an application that accepts adverts, you see that their adverts will show there. When you go on your Gmail, they will see the advert. So the moment I have chosen all the platforms and I just go to next, immediately it takes me to where I'm going to put in the ad copy, the video, and then the headline I'm going to use. Now, I want to tell you something. If you're running retargeting advert, the way you write your copy, the way you use your image or video is not the same way when you are targeting cold audience, because warm audience are already people who have interacted with your page. So for instance, let me open a Google Doc right here and see. Let me open a Google Doc so that I can attempt to write the retargeting advert the same way that I used to do it. So, number one, there's a kind of formula that I use. Number one is I actually let them know that I noticed or I saw, or I found out that you saw my advert. So I could say something like, so that it can just make them feel like, oh, this person is like kind of tracking me or something. I noticed you saw my adverts on sales hack conference. Okay. By the way, there's no one size fits all for this kind of copy. You just keep on using different copy until you hit the one that is working for you. But you have not, I can just say you haven't gotten your ticket yet. What happened? Just try to see if you can make it look like a conversation. What happened? Was it network, or are you having a doubt if this will help you double your sales? Then I can say something like this. If yes, I understand your feeling, or I understand your doubt, or I understand your feeling. Then I can come in with my testimonial immediately, like a social kind of social proof. So what I can say here is last year Amanda, a skincare seller in Asaba, attended the first edition of the sales Hack Conference, and she did 1.2 million naira in sales after applying what she learned in the conference. So I'm just trying to bring in some social proof in the conference for 31 days. And oh, even Emeka, a shoe seller in Abuja, recorded his first 300 sales in just 1 month. All this was possible because they attended last year's sales hack conference. And this year, we are doing it bigger and better. So I'm just trying to, if you are a copywriter or if you understand how to write compelling copy, you should know the flow that I'm doing now. We are bringing in industry leaders across the country. Now I can use industry business leaders, so it will make sense because this is a sales and marketing event. Industry business leader across the country to show you their entire secret of doing multi-million naira in sales monthly. I can say people like, so I can decide to write some of their names. People like Emeka Nobis. Now I'm going to pause this and just complete this copy so that I can continue. Now I have just finished writing the copy that I'm going to use for this particular advert. And one thing you need to know is that you don't actually write the copy when you're already creating the ad, because sometimes you will be in hurry and you will end up making some mistake and you will not even calm down to write it compelling. So these are the few things I advise you to do. Number one, write your copies most times in the morning, because when your mind is fresh, you still have some ideas, not when you're already distracted with all the noise in the world. Write your copy early morning so that you don't have to struggle with it. Number two, make sure that you don't write your copy when you're already creating the ad. Take some time and write the copy so that you are not in a pressure, you're not under pressure to, oh, I need to just quickly come up with something so that my advert can start running. Create time and write it. Okay, now that I have written the copy, I need to now set up my advert. Okay, now what I need to do quickly is I'm going to copy this. I'm going to copy the ad copy and make sure that everything is correct. And I'm going to come back to my ad. So I'm going to name this again. Let me be sure that this is the page. Okay, let me find the page quickly. Okay, so I'm going to name it page engagers. All right, let me name it page engagers. So immediately, this is just an example ad, by the way. So, but this is the simple way you use to create the ad. Immediately, I'm going to come here. I already created a instant form. But if you don't know how to create instant form, the link will be in the description. Go and watch that video. The next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to choose image. So let's say for instance I want to use this particular image. I'm clicking on next. I'm going to now put the copy that I wrote here. Please make sure that your copy is correct. This is the copy that I've written. Then I've just put it there. I'm going to go back and copy my headline. This is my headline. Say goodbye to whatever thing, depending on you. It all depends on you and your advert. So I'm going to paste that copy in the headline, and voila, I do not want to use all these things that AI is suggesting for me. If I want to use 5 different variations, I'm going to create these copies myself, but I don't want to go through that right away, but you can easily do that. Then the call to action, you can use sign up, you can use learn more. It depends on what you want to use, but I'm going to use learn more. Okay, next one, I click on next, click on skip and continue, and click done. Voila, my advert is ready. Before you publish it, you want to be able to look at everything and make sure that everything you set is what it is. Then you will now hit on the publish right here. Once you do that, your advert is going to be published. And that is how you create page engagers retargeting ad. This advert is very powerful because it's going to just be following only those people who have ever interacted with your page. So they will be asking themselves, oh my god, this person is always following me up, is always following me up. But this is the strategy you use to do that. You just only focus on people who have engaged with your page or your advert. I trust you find this helpful, and if you want to learn more on how to run more Facebook adverts that work, more how to optimize, how to scale, how to actually create profitable Facebook ad, this is the channel that you want to subscribe to. I promise you, I share a lot of value that will show you how to either run ad, optimize it, scale it, get better results, and lower your cost per conversion. So subscribe and turn on the notification bell, and I'm going to see you in the next video.